Good, man. How you doing?
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah, I said good. How you doing?
I'm all right. I guess just for starters, what's kind of the mood been like the last few days, coming off that loss to Auburn and heading into this weekend against Kentucky? Sort of what are you sensing from your teammates and how everybody feels right now?
I mean, what happened happened. Lost a game, a tough one. Wanted to get the win, but after every loss, you got to move on to the next. You can't dwell on the past. You got to get ready for the next one because every week is a new game. So you got to get ready. Get back to practice and reset.
Yeah, hey Ali, this is Glenn West, LSU Country. I mean, the defense played pretty well. I mean, outside of just that one area, just trying to get Bo Nix to the ground last weekend. I mean, you guys were tackling really well, and seemed to be pretty good in coverage as well. I mean, just how disappointing is it just that one factor really played such a heavy part in that loss, and just kind of the focus, I guess, getting that corrected this week.
I mean, one of the biggest things was trying to tackle him. That was really a big thing. He was maneuvering, just going all over the place, and we can take him down. So I guess one of the biggest emphasis this week is working on tackling better and trying to take him down. I mean, we did. We were trying to do everything we could. I know one of the parts. I can tackle. I need to do better with that, tackling better, and finishing on plays. And that's one of the things I struggle with on that game. But moving forward this week, that's got to be the emphasis. Tackling better and finishing on plays, basically. But I mean, the mood around the team is moving forward. We're not really thinking too much about the past. What happened happened. Can't really do nothing about the past. So all we can do is focus on the future and be better.
Hey, Ollie. Coach O was telling us yesterday that he was looking forward to meeting you and your teammates yesterday before hitting on the practice field. Kind of, what was the message he conveyed to y'all as you get ready to go to Kentucky this week?
It was just we did okay job. Like we didn't do too bad. We just know that it's a lot of things to fix and a lot of things to work on. Like I said, can't really beat ourselves up too much because we got a game to focus on this week. So we gotta work on game planning. Play Kentucky and do what we can to because they're a good team, undefeated right now. So we got to focus on them. Focus right now around the team is Kentucky and not Auburn. So.
Like obviously, a big thing kind of coming into the year for you guys is how you have two first-year coordinators on on both sides of the ball. It seems like defensively, y'all have gotten better throughout the year. How much do you think Coach Jones has grown in his as a defensive coordinator with more experience?
I feel like he's starting to settle in. As a defense, we're starting to settle in too, and just really be better as with our plays and executing better. So I feel like overall we're all settling in the defense, and we're gonna be able to start to do more things defensively. So if I say pretty much all around we're all settling in with the defense.
Allie, to that point, can you just describe the progression of this defense as a unit from game one to now, especially these last two? It seems like there's less thinking and more reacting. Even when like the Bo Nix issues, even though you had issues tackling it, it was just still a relentless pursuit, and you guys just seem more confident, even when things you don't get the desired result you want.
I mean, from game one to now, I say like we're all getting we're all starting to get it. We're all putting the pieces together. And I say like as a defense, we're hungry. It don't matter win or lose. Like our job is to go out there and stop the offense, whoever we play, no matter who. And from game to game, we learn what we got to do better because we're never going to be perfect. Every game is it's a learning experience. You're going to take what you did last game and moving on to the next game. So it's like it's a nonstop thing. The train keeps going. You got to keep moving with it. So you gotta learn what you take from last game. Since UCLA, that was a bad start to the season, but we started to pick it up. Even though we lost, to Auburn, there was still some good things. It wasn't all bad, but we got to learn from that and moving on to the next game.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about having to constantly improve. What do you see as sort of the next steps for this defense in your progression?
I say just being just like holding teams to to 0 points, I guess, like not letting them score the ball as much, not letting them pass or run the ball. We did a good job with that with Auburn. Stopping the run. We just didn't game plan other areas that I feel like for us, we did a good job stopping the run, and we just could have done a better job in some other areas. But I say, moving on to the next game, we just got to put the pieces all together and be better.
And then it seems like a really big player the last 2 weeks has been Cordell Flott. Just what do you think has sort of been the key to him kind of breaking out this season for y'all in the secondary?
I know he's hungry. He has a lot to prove, and we got 7 more games left. A lot of football to play. So I feel like we got him, and we got a lot of other players, coming to step up, in the next few games. So I'm really happy that he's playing the way he's playing, and I can't wait to see how much better he gets, throughout the season.
Yeah, hey, Ali, you mentioned, some of the improvements you guys have made in the run defense over the last couple of weeks. I mean, you guys are facing, the leading rusher right now in the conference this week against Kentucky. Just what are you seeing from him on film, and just kind of the approach this weekend with Kentucky as a defensive line is concerned?
I mean, we know he's a hard runner. Like you said, he's leading the country in rushing. But our mentality every game is stop the run. And like I said before, you got to stop the run and have some fun. But that's going to be the mentality going towards this game. And stopping the run is always going to be the number one thing that we try to do in every game we play. It doesn't matter who we play. No matter how good you are. Like our mentality and goal is always going to be to stop the run.
Thanks, Ali.
Appreciate y'all.
Hey, Liam, how you doing today?
Hey, how's it going? I'm doing well.
All right. I guess just to start you off here, just y'all come off that loss. What's just kind of like the mood been the last few days around the team, and sort of what's been kind of the main things y'all been trying to focus on to improve after that game?
Yeah, it was definitely a tough loss for us. It felt like a game that we could have won, but credit to Auburn, they made the plays to win that we didn't make. But the only thing that we can do is just keep moving forward. We got a good team that we got coming up this weekend in Kentucky, so we don't really have time to waste or just be sad about the game and whatnot. We got to get right back to the grindstone and get better for this upcoming week.
Hey, Liam, it's Jared from Tiger Details. We've talked, I guess, kind of generally about the progression or issues O-line wise. When you look at where you are right now and kind of grade yourself, how have you felt about your performance individually so far? What have been the biggest areas of growth for you from last year to so far this year, and what are some of the areas that have been kind of the biggest challenges that you're still hoping to correct?
Yeah, for me, I think that I have not been playing up to the standard that I have for myself. So, that's something that it's not a lack of effort or whatnot, but I every week I just got to get back to the film and see what I have to do to improve. Like clearly we struggled to run the ball. We struggled a little bit as an offense. And it's just a little frustrating because when we go back and watch the film, it does seem like we are close. So that's like what I said earlier, though. We don't have time to be like that. We have to get right back to work because we got a big game coming up this week. So hopefully I can correct, fix some of that stuff and be ready to go this week.
Hey, Liam, Adam Huntsucker with the USA Today Network. Ed mentioned it to us yesterday that just y'all dealing with so many injuries in camp, and then with Coach Davis coming in here, a new offensive line coach, y'all were really kind of playing catch up from the beginning. Do you agree with that? And has all that transition been tough on y'all to try to get this thing going?
In some sense, it's been tough because we didn't have a spring ball with Coach Davis and whatnot, but. We still should be. I think we're a better offensive line, a better offense than some of the stuff that we put on tape. So, I'm looking forward to getting back to it this week. We still got a lot of time left this season to improve and grow into the team that we all believe that we can be.
Yeah, Liam, like you said the last couple times we talked to you, that you feel like you're close. What's maybe then where's the disconnect, or what's that last step that y'all have to take that isn't happening?
yeah, I don't want to get too far into the details of it, but it just feels like there's sometimes that so we just got to have one more second of strain to finish a block, or a little bit more commitment running the ball, something like that. It's stuff that I believe that we are right there with it, and I'm excited to get back on the field for us. Because obviously we haven't played the standard that we hold ourselves to, but we really believe that we can get there, and that's something that we want to prove to everyone that we can do.
Liam, the big theme I think for the couple weeks obviously is the plays coming down and being on tempo and on time with everything. Is that affecting you guys as an offensive line as much as anything? You're not having enough time. If Max does have to change the play to know your reads, know your assignments, and you're not given enough chance to make the evaluations and adjustments that you guys as a unit need to. Is that part of it?
That's something that Coach, I saw that he had said that's something that we're going to be working on to improve. Really for me, my thought process is after the play, I try to just get back to the ball, get lined up for the next play as fast as I can, and try to see what the defense is doing. So, hopefully with a little bit of emphasis being put on that, we'll be able to get the plays in quick this week, and we'll all be able to get on the same page. So.
And with the technique stuff with you guys, is it the same thing every week? I mean, is it just this reoccurring theme that you guys are doing? Because we're hearing it's the same thing as technique. Well, what specifically is it?
It's just little stuff, week to week. Like fitting the block a little bit longer, playing with a little bit better pad level. There's some common things week to week, but it's not exactly and specifically one thing for me to kind of identify. It's a kind of a culmination of a couple different things, that seem to kind of change. So hopefully this week we'll be able to keep working and get it corrected.
Yeah, Liam, when y'all talk about, Ed said yesterday that y'all need to just be a little bit more committed to the run. As an offensive lineman, is it sometimes, I don't know if you could take us into the mindset, is it difficult to, when you're used to pass blocking for almost an entire game, to suddenly kind of just go back to the run block? Do you lose the aggression that it needs to, that you need to run block?
I don't know if I would say you lose the aggression, but I will say something that I think, based on my time playing football and watching football, I think, offenses can get into a rhythm, of when they get the ball, get the run game going, and when the run game and pass game can complement each other. I feel like it helps just teams and offenses get a little bit of rhythm and a little bit of mojo going throughout the game. So hopefully that's something we'll be able to do this week.
Liam, I know obviously, sitting here with this record, it's not where you guys want to be, but at the same time, you said it, and we've heard a couple players say it, that you just feel like you're so close to getting where you want to be. So with that being said, how has that been like? What's that been like in the locker room? And is that giving you guys some positivity that you're just right there to get this thing turned?
Yeah, obviously there's been some stuff this season that's been frustrating for us. This isn't where we would have wanted to be at this point in the time, but kind of what I said is we still got a lot of games coming up. We got a lot of good teams that we're playing, and I know me and my teammates, we believe that we can beat anybody that we play, and we're right there. We just have to put it together, and that starts with a really good Kentucky team coming up this week that we're going to have to show up ready to go to beat them. So it's just a new challenge week to week. So we're going to just attack it this week as well.
Yeah, hey Liam, just kind of along those same lines, I guess a little bit. You guys are obviously in college and on social media. You guys hear the talk about the team and just kind of the up and down season it's been for you guys so far. I'm just curious what kind of conversations you guys as leaders of the team, have to have with some of the younger guys or some of the guys who haven't really experienced tough losses like this before, and just kind of what the message is to the team as a whole moving forward here.
Yeah, for me, it's something that the coaches say, and I really take it as I try to stay off. I don't really try to read anything that people are saying. The only people that something that Coach O says, the only people that can kind of control our fate is ourselves. The only people that can impact the games and our seasons are the people that are in this building. So that's just something that we got to reiterate to the younger guys. Which I think everybody feels that way. I don't know if there's an issue with that at this point. So.
Hey, Liam, just kind of starting to look at Kentucky specifically in that matchup. What are some of the challenges that they pose as you watch film in that defensive front that has been successful this year? What pops out to you?
Yeah, they got some playmakers for sure on defense. I think they're, if I'm not mistaken, they're a top 10 defense kind of statistically nationally. So, it's a new challenge for us. It's going to be like that every week, though. We don't really have any. Every team that we play is good from here on out. It's just something that we're going to have practice coming up this afternoon, meetings and stuff. We'll start getting some more of the game plan and hopefully start getting the ball rolling a little bit for this week.
Thank you, Liam.
Thanks.